Yes, as of now, is there any difficulties you are facing while modeling in PSCAD or simulating any simulations in PSCAD? Right? So basics are clear, right? So how to create a file, let me share. Yes. So how to creating a new case file. How to create a new case file from where the elements to be taken and how to model the elements in the workspace, right? So whether anybody facing difficulties upon creating the case file itself or how to pick elements in the PSCAD from master library. So in case if you are facing like any difficulties, so just raise the hand. So I will let you unmute your mic so that you can present and you can interact with me, right? So I can help you to sort that error, sort out that error. Yes, anybody? Yes, let me check. Yes, Gaurav and Fanta, right? So Gaurav and Fanta are ready to proceed with their simulation part. So let me ask Gaurav. Yes, Gaurav, now you can unmute yourself. Okay, okay. Oh, no issue from your side, right? Okay, then. Fanta, let me allow Fanta to unmute. Oh, okay, okay, Gaurav.
Hello.
Sorry, sorry. Yes.
Yes, guys, good evening.
Yes.
I have, until now, the PSCAD software is not operational on my computer. So the process is a little bit difficult going online, downloading the crack. Then you have to disable the internet connection before enabling the application.
Okay.
So
So,
after the session of today, I think that I will try to do it at home because now I'm at the working area. Then I have my personal computer at home. I cannot use my work computer because you have a restricted system on it. So I'm doing this application on my personal computer, which is now at home. Until now, I didn't get the correct application of PSCAD, my computer.
so
That's
as
the
of
major
now,
concern I have.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So as of now, your PSCAD application is not working in your system, right?
Yes.
So whether you have contacted our installation team and have you installed or else you have installed by yourself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I will do that. I will do that this evening.
Okay, then. Okay, then you can, if possible, whether you can present your screen now.
Then after that, I will do some personal applications and revert back to you.
Okay, then. Just a second. Okay, then issues from application side, I hope so, right?
Yes.
Okay, then. So how to solve this? So you can once again uninstall and reinstall the application by contacting our team.
Yeah.
So after that, whether we can try to simulate the basic logics. So in that,
Okay.
if you're having any issues, so we can discuss them. So that's from my side for regarding installation issues, because we are engineering team, right? So in the PSCAD working and simulation, if you are facing any issues, surely I can resolve that. But depending upon the systems, surely they have to, so that is our installation team, right?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Paddy, huh?
Yes, thank you, thank you. So anybody willing to present their simulations and interacting with me regarding any errors you are facing? So if yes, kindly post it out. So let me allow you to present and unmute yourself. Yes, anybody? Hope I'm audible, right? Whether everyone able to hear me? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, then if you are not facing any difficulties or errors while simulating, so let me once again go through the basics, right? Actually, this is a basic tool handling session, as Selva had already informed. So here only we are going to see basics only, right? So it will not collide with the actual session. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday session will be as it is, and it will go like what is mentioned in the syllabus of Git compiling study. Whereas this session, right, especially Thursday session, is only meant for supporting and making the tool easy to enhance with the new users, right? So those who are using the PSCAD newly, and if they are facing something, right, they need some time, right? If you are ready to use some new software, means surely it will take some time, right, in order to align with the new software. So for that helping session, that is. So yes, if no one is having no doubts, means so we can just see today's topic and some other basics, right? Okay, let me share my screen. Yes, hope my screen is visible, right? So now, so as of now, we have completed, right, in the, let me open the previous Excel itself so that we can continue. Right. So in the previous, we have discussed about until now, let me show. So here we have seen as of now how to create, right? I'm just revising. So in this, if you're having any doubts, means so you can interrupt me. You know? Creating a case, right? Creating a new case file, right? And difference between dot PSCX, comma dot PSMX, comma dot PSWX, and dot PS. bx, right? So these are the file types. So whereas this .pscx will be the, let me open the first demo. See here. So PSCX is the actual case file, right? So this is what we will be able to simulate in the workspace. Then PSMX is the integrated data file of PSCX, right? So it will hold the constraints data cases that are created in case one. And actually this is the supporting file, PSMX file. Then VAKX, sorry, VAKX, not the PSPX, right? So VAKX is the backup file, right? In case suddenly the PSCAD got closed, right? So at that time, it will save up to the what we have modeled and done simulations. So that is BAKX file. And the another one is working group file. So PSWX is the working group file. Like workspace, if you are combining all these cases, right? For example, here it is two cases. So if I clicking this case one means, see here, only case alone file will be getting open, right? So case one file will be getting open. Then case two file also if you want to open means, now I'm just dragging here and I'm including it in workspace. So like this, we want to open each and every time separately. But upon creating workspace, right? So upon creating workspace and combining all these cases under one group, right? So this also we had seen some examples, right? For the same case one and two, right? So that like we should create the workspace, so that here it will be appearing like, so workspace can hold a different name. So surely it will not be case one, case two, something. It can hold a different name, right? So we can continue. Creating workspace, right? Then in the Monday session, I hope all the participants here are parallelly attending the regular class also, right? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday classes also. So on the Monday, we had seen source model and the validation. So previously I said no. So here we cannot able to model the element directly. So instead of that, we will be modeling that element, whatever may be the element, we will be modeling, and we should validate that element, whether that element is acceptable or accurately showing the values for which it is modeled. So that model alone can be used in our SLT. Oh yes, Henry, can you please unmute me? Sure, sure. Yes, Henry, now you can. Henry, it's okay. So we can proceed. If Henry comes means we can unmute him. I hope he is having some doubts. So source modeling and validation. So is there any, I hope, so upon without interacting, so I'm just assuming why, because 17 on board, in case if you are facing any discrepancies, kindly let me know so that I will be helping. So the session is very quiet means, so surely it is difficult to find me. So what is the issue you are facing and how can I resolve that? So it is surely quite hard for me. So if you're having, kindly, yes, Basha. So please give some information about the extensions of the case. PSCX, PSMX, PXWX, and BAKS. Yes. So hope you are aware about creating this case file, right? So how to create the cases, everything. So upon creating, if you go to the file destination, let me show you. If you go to this is the file destination where the created files are storing. So I dedicatedly create a separate folder here, right? So GCS training day one I had created, and I had randomly created two cases. So for identification, right? For identification, I'm just placing some three-phase source in the um, case one, paste. I'm just rotating. And in the case two, let me place with other than any components. Let me group. Like let me place transformer. Basic two-winding transformer, let me place. I'm just copying and pasting. So as I already informed, you must not alter any elements in the master tab. Right? Master tab is the uh, basic support of this PSCAD, and you should not, in case um, if if you are changing any values and if the simulation is also running, so here for that case it is okay. For that project it is okay. So upon if you are creating any new projects, right, and using that that master library will automatically get changed in the default library, right? So that if you opening any new projects means from there also that error will continue. Sorry. So this is the phase. This is the destination. Just a minute. Right? So here, see here, upon you creating the case file, case one and case two, the case file, right? This is what the case file I'm meaning. This case one and this is case two. This case one file will hold a PSCX file, right? .pscx. So upon double clicking on this case file will be getting opened. Case one will be getting opened separately, right? So the case files extension will be .pscx, right? .pscx means case file. Then PSMX is the integrated data file, which will hold the values and the elements and the calculations done by this case one file, right? So we cannot open this or we cannot view this. Actually, this is the backend support file, right? It will support for this case one and holding the elements and some other data, right? That is PSMX file. Then what about BAKX files? So for example, so if I'm suddenly closing the PSCAD, right, without any intimation, or else I forget to connect with the charger. So suddenly my system got turned off upon running the simulation. So upon this cases, what PSCAD will do is, so until where you have stopped, right? So the simulation, whether it is running or else you are modeling anything, until where you have stopped, so up to that instant, it will create a local copy, right? That is backup file. That is when we are opening, once again, opening the new file, right? Upon restarting the system, if you are opening and entering into PSCAD, so in the first workspace itself, it will be showing. So if I'm closing this suddenly without any intimation, for example, lagging of charge, anything, due to any natural or external things, if my PSCAD got it closed means, so upon newly opening, it will appear here. A pop-up will show here, the workspace. So how it will be showing is, for example, case one I'm closing means case one backup file has recovered, right? Whether you want to restore the data, right? Or else, let me try to take snip. Actually, that will appear whenever we are unfortunately closing. Right now, it is not possible to close completely. The PSCAD want to close, so that means only it will hold the backup file. So that backup file, if I'm pressing accept and the yes means, so up to where we have stopped, that file will be loaded into the workspace, right? That is called backup file. So it will be in the format of BAKX, right? Hope these three are clear. Then PSWX is nothing but the working group. So in the workspace, see, here it is untitled. So let me save this too, actually. I'm saving case one and case two. So now for me, I don't want to open each and individual case files separately, right? So upon clicking the working group, work group file, that is workspace file, all the cases should be opened automatically. Let me show you. So now here it is showing untitled, right? There are two methods to create the workspace. So from the untitled, I'm just right click this. Here will be the save option. It will be asking the location where you want to store the workspace file. So let me go to the corresponding folder itself so that it will be quite easier for me. It is GCS training I have created. So in this, so here I'm creating and I'm giving a separate name. For example, case, not case. For we can give anything we want, right? So let me give all underscore cases. So work group, we can workspace we can create like this. Now see the extension workspaces dot pswx. So now I'm saving. Right now, if you go to the destination of this file, I'm refreshing. See here. Now all cases dot pswx will appear here. So what is the advantages of having workspace? So upon clicking this, both my cases will be automatically getting open without delay. See here, case one dot and case two. Right, in the case one, I had placed a grid, and in the case two, I had placed a transfer. Right now, I haven't opened it separately, right? So this is what the extensions representing. Thank you. What if someone accidentally changed something in master library? So surely, Gaurav, we cannot able to check whether the parameters are getting changed. So when we will be facing this, upon running any simulations, right? Upon running any simulations, and in the simulation, if it is not converging, even the entire system is perfect and it is working properly, at that time your simulation is not converging at that time. So what we should do is once again we should reinstall the program, right? So this is one thing. So we should not able to we should not we it can be able to change. Like if I go to the master library, so if I'm pressing anything, surely the parameters will be changeable only, right? It can be modifiable easily. But the only thing when we should modify is we should bring that to the workspace, right? By just Control C, Control V, basic operations only, copying and pasting. Then we can do whatever we need, right? Yes, okay. Can we simulate run all the cases simultaneously? Sure, Sanjay, we can. A great question actually. So how to simulate all the cases simultaneously? So even in the if you are facing if you are doing something, we can show. So let me copy some circuits before that for simulating. So by default, I'm having. Let me model quickly. I think Zoom is getting on. Here's one, your bus bar. Right. So from here, we want two control signals, right? So you might be aware of how this we can model. So I had done the same thing in this session also. source modeling session also. So this is the phase angle and types of sources. So if you are not attended the source modeling and validation, so kindly do watch. So at the end of the session, I will inform you so where to watch all the videos. So using this wire mode, so starting from right, so I'm just starting the element for connecting by right clicking in the mouse and ending with left click. So after that also this pencil mark will appear. So once again, if you want to make end this wire mode means you can directly select this wire mode once again or else by just pressing escape, right? So from this, let me connect with any other elements like transfer here transmission line and transformer sorry cable modeling is quite different in process that we are going to see tomorrow in our main class, right? So after that we can model the transmission line and cable. So now let me copy the transformer. I will paste. So for starting the wire mode also there is some shortcuts, right? Anybody remember? I hope I mentioned it in first day class, right? So starting this wire mode, I'm having some shortcut. Does anyone remember? So this is actually delta star. So let me ground the delta. Let it be solidly grounded. I haven't changed any values, right? So just for understanding, I'm modeling this other than that. So I'm placing the another bus bar. So if anyone remember the shortcut means, kindly post it out. Actually, I don't know the name. Triple A. Triple A is saying R actually. So R is for just rotating. So I will answer the above questions also, Sanjay and Gaurav. So first let me complete the Sanjay's first question. Now R is for, see here, I'm pressing any elements, check the orientation here. So R means rotating right. Hope my screen is visible, right? So rotating right only R. Rotating left means L. Then for mirroring the circuit, it is M. And if you want to rotate 180, you can directly select here. There is no uh, shortcut for that. You can directly select here. And for mirroring the element, you can press M, and flipping the elements, you can press M. Great, actually you tried. So not an issue. So starting, I was also like that only at the beginner. So how to start the wire mode without pressing this wire mode in the shortcut keyboard shortcut itself. So Control plus W, right? So great Gaurav actually. So Control plus W. So for ending also, why? Because if you are continuously modeling and everything, if you are starts modeling and if you are familiar with PSCAD means, surely you want to use these and for this wire mode and the basic shortcuts, you can directly use the Control plus W. Then for enabling or disabling a component, so I'm just selecting the element which should be enabled or disabled. I think we haven't discussed enable or disabling. So with the name, anybody can guess. So what will be the key for enabling and disabling the elements from the circuit? So now the elements are enabled here, right? Right now it is ready for simulation. So now I want to disable this from my workspace. Yes, perfect, Gaurav. So triple A actually not only D, right? Control plus D. I hope Gaurav have already worked in simulations or else whether he is learning by himself. Great, actually. So control E on. So no case itself you are predicting very correctly, Gaurav. So actually that is the correct one. So upon selecting, I'm pressing Control D. So for disabling, Control D. So triple E is partially correct. So not D alone, Control D, right? So D is for disabling. And for enabling, so that is what Gaurav had mentioned. So Control E. And in the, no, I want to enable and disable using the mouse itself means just to select the element you want to disable. Just right click. So here you can see, right? Enable or disable. See the basic operations, right? Like in the E tab, you should not need to, if I want to delete this element means you can directly press delete here, right? In E tab, but actually if you are pressing directly delete means, so it will go to the dumpster, right? So in the dumpster, it will be holding another value. So upon counting the buses or anything, so we can, it may make some confusions. But here PSCAD, we can delete directly by just deleting. Sorry, by just pressing the delete button itself. Right. So enabling and disabling. So anything, any basic thing I missed out. So not at all. Okay, up to this, let me complete the case one. And for case two, let it be like this. Or else let me copy the same. Right. So I'm just for copying and pasting, Control C and Control V only, nothing complex. So let me mention, okay, already it is mentioned. So now I want to run these two cases simultaneous. So how to run means, so check here, there is option called simulation sets in the workspace, right? So this, for somebody, it will be like floating here, workspace, bird's eye view, component wizard. So it will be floating. So if it is not showing for means also, right? For not showing means also, there is no issues. So straight away, you can go to the view tab, right? For example, accidentally, I'm closing this workspace, right? So now my workspace option will not showing here. But workspace is the main option whenever we are simulating the cases, right? Upon creating and modeling, workspace is the main option. So I'm going to the view. So from the home, I'm going to the view. In the view, see the pans option is there, no? Pans. So here it will show the complete history, right? Everything it will be showing. So I'm clicking on the workspace so that my workspace will be once again coming back to its this case file, right? So here you can make it floating or else you can fix. So both are the same. So here in the simulation set, the workspace simulation set, I'm right clicking. There will be new, right? So upon clicking new, default will be created here, right? Default like. So in the default, I'm once again right clicking in that. See here, include project option is there. Case one, case two, like that. There are, if you want to include any individually, if you're, for example, if you're having 10 number of cases, but you want to include only even number cases, right? Like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 alone you want to include and run mix, you will go with this option. Or else I want to run all the 10 cases simultaneously, right? Include all the projects. So at that time, you can select this, include all projects. So now see here, case one and case two will appear here, right? Case one and case two will appear here. So for running, I'm just, if you don't run from here upon modeling the simulation set, if you run this means only case one will run, case two won't run. So where you should run is select the default, right click and see, click run. Right, basic circuits only we have modeled and we have not done any. So this like pop-up will also appear. So those who are doing simulations newly, so this like pop-up will appear. So kindly allow your system to proceed with it. So if you press cancel or anything, it will be getting error. So there are some errors. Let me rectify. What is that error? So errors will be displayed in build messages. Right, singularity, abnormal termination. Right, why? Because we haven't configured the transformer or anything from the this itself from the master library. We have directly placed here and we haven't do anything. I'm just copying and pasting from the master library. So transformer also want to configure in detail so that we are going to see in the upcoming sessions. So, but this is the procedure, right? We want to do like this. So what if someone accidentally, PSWX is like an automation script to open the associated cases at once. Uh, but we cannot say it as automation script, Gaurav. Actually, automation will also possible in PSCAD using a Python programming. So our separate team is dedicatedly working on those automations in PSCAD, right? So upon we are going to selecting all the case files and we want to go through these things, right? So starting from the power project for the PSCAD GCS training day one, in that I want to select the case one and case two, right? So upon writing a two-line comments, will open this case one and case two files automatically. So that is our team is dedicatedly working for automations also. But this is not like an automation, but to open all the cases at a single click, right? I want to run all the cases and I want to open in a single click means I will be using this work group, workspace file, PSWX. What if someone accidentally changed something in master library? So once again, I'm saying Gaurav. So that's what I had informed previously also. So for that simulation, so however, we are not going to model the same element, right? That are copying. If I'm copying something from master library, so I'm not directly going to use in the real-time applications, right? Surely I will be having some separate data sheet or parameters from the client or anybody, third partner. So I will be entering those data and validate and I will be proceeding, right? But when it will show or make some error means, so when you are creating any new files, right? For that case, it will be running or no issues. When you are creating any new library, in by its hereditary itself, like the workspace or sorry, the master library is hereditary file, right? It will be stored in C drive actually. So where it is get installed. So in that master library, in case if anything changed in that library means it will show issue. So whenever we are modeling anything new in a new project, it will show some issues. So for that only accidentally, so accidentally means so we can proceed with that. If no issues is coming means not a problem. For that project, surely no issues will come. But if you're opening a new project and you're proceeding, surely you will face some issues. So at that time, we want to reinstall. Is there a way to recover the original master library in case we modify it accidentally? So as of now, so far we have seen many things. There is no other ways if we modified, unfortunately, right? So the only way is when you are closing, it will be asking, right? So see, now I'm just pressing close. It will ask, right? Do you want to save changes in the workspace? All cases, right? So upon clicking no means it is possible, right? If you are clicking no, the complete changes you have modified in this workspace, it won't get, the change won't get reflected in the background here. The change won't get reflected. But once if you are saved and close this file means, surely we cannot able to retrieve. Right? So that's what after deleting is that a deleted item getting saved somewhere or not? No, no. Like a meet up dumpster. So here there is no option. If I'm pressing delete, see I'm just selecting this bus two. I'm deleting. So now I'm handling a new bus. See what is my bus number actually? Bus number two. Now I deleted two. Now my new bus number is also two. So now I let me open one bus. See the bus number. Bus number three. Right? Hope it helped you. Others. So after deleting any elements from the workspace, surely it will not store anywhere like ETAP. But in ETAP, if you're deleting this and if you're opening a new element means, so the next number will be. So for example, in ETAP, if it is ETAP, I'm deleting in bus number two and I'm creating a new bus means that number will be bus three. Yeah? But in PSCAD, it will be not like that. Can you again tell this simulation set from start? Okay, Gaurav, I hope you have missed it. So let me, no issues. Let me come from the beginning, as this session is dedicated for completely tool handling. So how to delete this? So we can start from here. So in case if there is some default means how to delete this upon clicking and press remove. So upon click remove, it will ask the confirmation, right? Or you want to remove the simulation set? Yes. So now by default, it will be like this. Our workspace will be like this only, right? Without any simulation sets. So now in the simulation sets, I'm just right clicking and I'm pressing new. So from how you made simulation set. Yes, Gaurav, that's what I'm starting. See here in the simulation set, I'm right clicking and I'm pressing new, right? So upon pressing new, this default will appear. Inner to this simulation sets like a branch. Default like one configuration will appear here. In this default, so I'm just once again right clicking it. There are various options, right? Include projects, include all projects, right? So these two will help us to simulate all the cases as a single, in a single time. So include projects means, as I said before, this is actually I have created just two cases, right? For example, if I'm having 10 cases, right? So simulation set. So we can finally conclude that. So 10 cases if I'm having, and I want only even cases, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So at that time, I will be selecting each and every cases from here. So include this project. If I'm once again include case one means, so another time it won't enable here. See, now it is like disabled one now. So already case one is got added to the simulation set. Like this, if you want to add individually, you can add, or else by clicking this, include all projects means, so how many cases that are comes under this all cases, right? In this one workspace, how many cases are there? That entire cases will be added here, right? So after adding, for running, you should not press this run, which is in the home. So it will run alone the case one alone. So for running, just select on the default and use this option to run so that your simulation set will be run here, right? So for example, if I want to run individually means how to say case 1 and 2 individually, then case 2 and 3, 3 and 4 individually. So like that means, so once again in the simulation set, right, I will click new. So it will open another default one, right? From here, I think we cannot able to include projects, right? So here also it is including case 1 and case 2. For example, if it is case 3 and case 4 means, just consider case 3 and case 4 means, so case 1 and case 2 under this default, case 3 and case 4 under this default one, right? So upon running, it will be show two options here. So run, whether I want to run the default or default one alone, or else run all. So upon clicking this run all, how it will program, how it is programmed means, so first the default one, sorry, first this default will complete its simulation, right? So after that, this default one will run, right? Completely, all the cases won't run. First, this default will run. After that, this default one cases included here, it will run. And if you want to clear everything, simulation set means just remove all. It will ask some configurations, confirmations. Upon clicking, all the simulation sets will be get removed from here, right? So is there anything else other than these case files I have explained and how to simulation sets? And another, these three options we haven't, I'm not sure whether we have discussed it or not. If not, I am saying once again, this build modified and clean, right? So what is this means? So before running the simulations, right? If our system is having any errors you want to check, that means you can press build, right? So actually upon pressing the build, so it is not running the simulation, right? It will not running the simulation. So it will, I think, simulation. Start build. Yes, so upon building the messages, so it will validate, right? It will show some warnings and it will show the messages. And in some cases, surely it will show some errors. So what is the error in our simulation? That is before running, we can use this build option. And build modifier also similar to like that. In case if you are having multiple projects under same tab, so for that you can use this option. And the screen is nothing but so clearing the cache files or temporary files. See here, remove all temporary files used to used to build the case, right? So upon cleaning the system, so it will clean everything, right? See here, remove. So complete cleaning of temporary files and data, right? So data means you should not need to worry about that. So if I'm running the simulation and my simulation is holding some data, right? Yesterday I shown, no? Right? Yesterday I had shown some multimeter. So from the signal I want to plot some things, right? So from the channel. Just from the channel, I want to plot this for relay graph. So if my simulation is holding some values in this graph, right? So until you clean, these values will appear here. So if you clean means these values will also get vanished. So this is the data. It is showing like a cleared some data, no? It will clear that data only, right? Temporary files and this graph data. Other than all the data will be remain as such. Please repeat the build modified. Usually build modified, we will be using whenever multiple projects. For example, this is one project's case I'm considering. Right? For example, any git component study means so some OEM will be sending some models to incorporate it that with our projects. So those things we will be seeing when the real-time projects are coming. So at that case, to build the multiple projects under same case. So here now it is only one case. So upon build modified, it is showing, see here input port signal one is floating. A signal source must be provided. So which it is showing. So for some of the errors, right? So let me come to this also. For build modified means that is only. So multiple projects. See here build or modified projects. Right. So that is one case. And the another one case is, for example, I'm having 10 cases. Right. The same example I can say 10 cases. And I have modified case number 5 and 7. Right. That also the project case also. But upon pressing the build, only that case file of 5 alone will be get modified. But if you are pressing this build modified, so whatever the cases you have done modifications, right, in your PSCAD cases, right? So upon pressing this 5 and 7, that cases everything, the modified cases will all get built and it will show some errors. So here, let me show, I hope it answered your question, others, or else whether we can move forward. Yes, thank you. So let me show the build messages. So here there are various tabs, right? Search results, runtime, layers, parameter grid, communication, message log, script output, build messages. So among them, build messages is the one which is going to help us reading the errors. So this is now floating. Let me make it fixed here. See, so there are three tabs it is there. So one is error tab, warnings tab, messages tab. So messages is, so like it is like blue color now, I'm clicking on that, right? It will completely filter out the remaining two, right? Whether it is enabling or disabling, how to find is to check whether it is in blue color or not. So if it is in blue color means, so all the messages are included in the build messages tab. So now I want to know the messages alone means we can disable this and you can filter the messages alone. See, begin compiling with PSCAD version 5.0.0, time for compiling, finished compiling. So one error is there. So build messages. So I now, is there any warnings? Let me check. So there is no warnings. So I want to check the error now. So there is only one error. Now I want to check everything in build messages means I want to enable all the things. So for some errors, it will be showing with some IDs. So which will help us easily to rectify, find out the error and to rectify. But some of the errors will be general, right? It will be show the simulation have stopped due to some, right? Independently, like in the first previous case, it had shown no simulation have stopped suddenly. So like that, it will be showing some messages. So at that time, we want to scrutinize and identify the error. So what is the error in our simulation file? So if it is like showing the ID means, so let me, upon double clicking on this, it will be shown where this error is happening. So once again, I'm repeating, for all the cases, it will not show the error like this. With the ID, it will not show, right? For some cases alone, for some desperate cases alone, it will be showing the error with ID. So upon clicking the ID, it will show in the workspace also, where I can done mistake. But this is not for all the cases, right? For example, why it is showing here error? Any guess? So it is showing input signal is floating. So it also providing some solution, right? A signal source must be provided, right? So signal source, I said no. Without signal source, this channel won't act, right? It won't do its function. So for this yes, Balaji, channel not configured. So for channel configuration itself, we need a signal. And this signal to be called from anywhere from the circuit, our builder circuit. Right? Then only it will be clear. Now in the starting one error has shown. No? I think now this error has modified. Let me run once again. Yes, once again it is showing the same error. See here the signal one is not configured. So let me delete this completely. And now let me run. In the starting it had shown some general error. No? Yes. See, it will be show like this. EMTDC runtime error, abnormally terminated. See messages window for warnings and errors. See, now I want to 29 messages, 4 warnings and 5 errors. So among them, I want to check with the errors order. So what I'm doing is I'm filtering the errors. See, singularity, that is a zero diagonal encountered during the triangularization of the circuit conductance matrix. This occurred at the node 6 in subsystem 1. The simulation cannot be completed. Yes, the remaining messages. Is everything showing? No. The simulation cannot be completed due to numerically ill-conditioned matrices. So it is showing general error. So how to rectify this? Non-standard messages, abnormal termination. So this is what I said. So error with no IDs, so that we cannot able to find the error where it actually happens. So this singularity error can be come for whatever may be the element. For example, even if it is for the grid or even if it is for the transformer, here it is only 2 elements. So from here we can able to predict where it is the error occurs. But in case I think the error is from the transformer. Why? Because we haven't properly modeled, right? So let me disable and run. So with the voltage source alone. So now check the error disappeared, right? So EMTDC run completed. So what this EMTDC run completed means, your system has converged properly, right? So the error is from transformer part. Why? Because we haven't configured properly the transformer. Just in that I had copied from the master library and have pasted. So now see zero errors, two warnings. So even with the warnings also we can run the simulation. So no issues. Warnings means just a warning only it will be showing, but it will converge to the solution. So when it is problem means when it is showing number of errors, right? The number of errors must be zero upon performing simulations, or else the error itself it will be showing, right? How many errors and what are the errors. Right? This is how you should read the build messages. So usually make every tabs, right? This build messages, everything as a floating one, so that your working space will be quite bigger, right? And some in the view tab, there are some various things, checkboxes, right? Grids. So upon selecting the grids, the background grids will appear. I think whether I am zooming in, whether it is visible or not, I don't know. So now see, this is like empty, right? Without any grids at the background. So upon pressing the grid, right? So data lines was appearing like in the tab grid. So why we are enabling grid means, so for me it is, I will be usually done simulation with the grid only. Why? Because the modeling part, it will be quite easier for me to joining or connecting the wire node directly as a straight line. So this grid will be helpful, right? To model the elements in a proper order. And this sequence number will show wires, so everything we can come across. If there will be no ID for error messages, then in a big network, how we can identify the element having error? Got it. So I think I have answered it now. So for this case, it is only two elements I had just easily found out, right? We haven't configured the transformer. Like in case if it is a huge network and if it is not showing error means, so as an engineer, we can able to predict, right, whether the inverter is functioning or malfunctioning, right? Whether the transformer is configured properly, right? Whether the grid is functioning properly or not. So like that, we can able to predict and any new elements. So before that, I think your simulation, if it is running, and after connecting any new element, your simulation may not run, right? It may show some errors. So at that time, you can revise and go through that new element what you have added, right? Got it. So is there anybody working parallelly with our classes and having some any errors and you're facing? So if you're facing means, so we can continue or else we can start from transmission line modeling tomorrow's class. Right? So even if you're having any right discrepancies and posting in the group means, so surely you can directly post it to me directly so that I can check and whether that error can be rectified or not. I surely I will assist you. Right? So if anyone want to unmute yourself and ask anything, if yes means we can go with that. So or else we can wind up the session, right? Yes. Anybody want to unmute? How to send it directly? Yes, directly in the sense I'm just mentioning the WhatsApp Gaurav. So usually we will be checking all the questions and answering the questions which was asked by the participants in the group itself. Or else if you are having some any discrepancies in posting means you can directly send me. We will be covering modeling of machines So, sorry, Sanjay. So, as of now, we will be not be covering any machines, right? So, in the core schedule itself, if you are reviewing means, it will be clear, right? So, we will be starting with the basic modeling for grid compliance studies. And we will be going with only solar PV modeling, inverter modeling, right? And wind farm, how to model. So these alone we will be going through, and how to perform the steady state analysis, power quality analysis, and dynamic analysis. So these are the things we will be going through this grid component studies. So after completing the entire session, so if all the participants are sure, Gaurav. Thank you, thank you. So even after completing all the sessions, if all the participants need the modeling of machines means, so surely you can reach out to us. So we will be having dedicated separate session to the machines also. But as of now, for bit components, it is not needed. I hope I am done from my side. So for the next session itself, Thursday session, so I'm expecting everyone to come with their own model, which you are simulating in using your PSCAD and everything. Why? Because at least some of the participants have interacted and they have cleared their doubts. So then many of them, I think, whether you are working or not, surely if you are asking any doubts or presenting me the model means only surely I can able to observe, right? So next Thursday, kindly come with your own model. So yes, it would be interesting to have machines modeling as usual maybe after this year. Sure, Sanjay. Sure, our pleasure. Yes, if nothing else, let me